Hello everyone, this is Challenging Mathematics and we are going to solve past papers of ICATS Mathematics Contest for year 2022. But this time we are going to solve past papers for grade 5 and 6. So let's just start it. But before that, I would request you to kindly subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon and like the video. So let's start solving the problems. Question number 1 is, if you add 1 to the greatest 7-digit number, which number will you get? So first of all, we have to see that what is the greatest 7-digit number. Whenever we are talking about greatest, we are talking about 999, 999, 9999. So 7-digit number means 9,999,999. So we have to add 1 into it. So obviously when we will plus 1 into it, it will become an 8-digit number that will be 10 millions. So A will be our answer here. Question number 2, what is the answer to the question below? 645 divided by 645 minus 645 divided by 645. So here we will apply the rule of Demas or Widmas, in which when you have more than one operation in an equation, you do division first, then multiplication, addition, and at the end subtraction. For your better understanding, I am putting brackets over here because we have to divide it. 645 divided by 645, answer will be 1. Minus stays as it is, and again when we will divide it, answer will come 1. So 1 minus 1, that will be equal to 0. So ultimately the answer is 0 here. Question number 3, which of these is not a unit of length? So first of all, let me just remind you, liquids are measured in liters and milliliters. Weight is measured in grams and kilograms. Distance or length is measured in centimeters, meters, kilometers, miles, like that. So here, if we are talking about length, is the unit that is not for measuring distances or lengths. Question number 4. What are the 3 positive numbers that give the same result when multiplied or added together? For that purpose, we have to multiply our 3 numbers and then add them as well, and we will check the answer, which is our correct option. Here, if I take option A and multiply the digits over here, 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6, and now I'm going to add it as well. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, so I think it's A. We can randomly check some other options as well, like B part. 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. If I add the digits, 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. So it's not the correct option. Similarly, if you do the calculations for C and D part, the answer will not be same. So A is our correct option over here. Question number 5. Find the sum of the greatest and the smallest numbers formed by the digits 6, 1, 5, 3, and 4 without repeating any digit. For that purpose, we are going to make our greatest number first. For that, we will start writing the number from biggest number, that is 6. Then we will move towards the smallest number. So the answer will be 65,431. Then we will create our smallest number, that will be 13,456. So we will start writing the smallest number first and then gradually we will write the bigger numbers. They ask you about the sum of the greatest and smallest number. So when we will plus these two numbers, the answer will be 78,887. So A is our correct answer over here. Question number 6. Question number 6. Meena made this pattern with balls. Which of the following uses a rule most different from Meena's pattern? If we look at option A, C, and D, we can easily identify that the centered figures are different than the starting or ending figure. But in the option B, all shapes are similar. We can't differentiate between the pattern. So that's why B will be our correct option over here. Question number 7. In an examination, a student attempted 23 questions and got 45 marks. If for every correct answer 3 marks were added and for every wrong answer 1 mark was deducted, then how many answers are wrong? So here we have to make different combinations, but first of all we will write the given information. There are total 23 questions and he got 45 marks. If 3 marks are given for correct answer and 1 mark is deducted for wrong, so how many questions are wrong? Let's see. For example, out of 23, let's suppose that 20 were correct. So each question was of 3 marks. So 20 multiplied by 3. So total 60 got. And out of 23, if 20 were correct, so 3 were wrong. So 1 mark was deducted. So 3 ones are 3. Now let's deduct 3 out of 60. So 60 minus 3 is 57. No, that's not the correct option. Let's try something else. Let's suppose that out of 23, 19 questions were correct. So we multiply it by 3, it's 57. So obviously 4 are incorrect. If we subtract 4 out of 57, answer is 53. No. Similarly, we can check the option with 18. Still the answer is 34. That is also not correct. Let's check this one. 17 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 51. So out of 23, if 17 are correct, so obviously 6 are wrong. So 6 ones are 6, and if we minus 6 out of 51, the answer is 45. So yes, that is our correct option, that 17 questions are correct and 6 are wrong. So B is the correct option over here. Question number 8 is, Ajay is at 10th position from the top in the class of 50 students. There are 26 students between Sunil and Ajay. How many students are there in between Sunil and the last student in the class? So let's write the basic information first. There are total 50 students and Ajay is at 10th position. There are 26 students between Ajay and Sunil, so we will add 26 into 10 and it is 36. It means that Sunil is at 37th position because they use the word between. So that's why we are going to skip the 10th position, and the 37th position will be the Sunil's position. Then the next part is that how many students are there in between Sunil and the last student of the class. So Sunil is at 37th position and the last student will be on 50th position. So we have to find the number of students between these two numbers. So there are 12 students between 37 and 50. We will skip the 37th position and 50th position. There are 12 students in between. Number 9, how would the given block model look from the top? So C and D are definitely not in our options because there are 4 cubes, but here there are 3 and then 2. So obviously when we will look at from the top, at least 4 squares should be visible to us. So if we consider B part, it's not true because that will be the figure if the upper cube is attached with the lower one. In that case, we would be able to get the B part. But here, when we will look at the top, A will be the option that will be visible to us. Question number 10. If square means circle, circle means triangle, and triangle means rectangle, then what is the shape of sun? So we know sun is in a circular shape. So when we will see a square, we will think that it's a circle. So square is our option because square means circle. Question number 11, find the values of P and Q respectively. Here it's a sum of subtraction. So we have to subtract 8 out of 6, which is not possible. So obviously we are going to take 1 carry from 2. So it will become 16, and 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. So it's 8 is at units place. So A is the only option where 8 is at units place, and P will be 1. So we will choose option A over here because only in A option 8 is at our units place. Question number 12. Lena stacked some checkers in the triangular shape as shown below. Each row has one less checker than the previous row. Lena made another stack using the same pattern starting with 8 checkers in the bottom row. How many total checkers were there in her new stack? So we can write the combination like that, like there will be 8 checkers at the bottom row, so then 7 in the upper one, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have to add all the numbers. So 8 will come as it is. You can simply add the numbers. Otherwise, you can make combinations like 7 plus 1 is 8, 6 plus 2 is 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, and then there is a 4. So when you add all the numbers, 36 is our answer, like D, option D. Question number 13. At a restaurant, chairs and tables are put together in the pattern shown below. How many chairs would fit around 6 tables that are put together in the same pattern as shown below? So we will follow the pattern. At the first table there are 5 chairs, second 8, third 11. So they asked about the sixth table, so we will just continue the pattern. We can see that there is a jump of 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 11, then 14, 14 plus 3 17, and then 20. So A is our correct option. Question number 14. Mr. and Mrs. Khan took their 3 children to one of the sporting events shown in the given table. To which sporting event did the Khan family go if the total cost of the tickets was more than rupees 70 but less than rupees 90? So we will do the calculation for each of the sport. Let's start with the baseball. The ticket for one adult is 30 and we have two adults, so 30 multiplied by 2 is 60, and for three children it is 10 threes are 30. So when we add the values it's 90. But they ask about the calculations that lie between 70 and 90. So no, that is not our correct option. Basketball, 35 multiply by 2 adults, which is equal to 70, and then 3 children, 45. So 70 plus 45 is 115. Obviously it is out of our range. Now let's do the calculations for football. 25 for one person and multiply by 2 is 50, and there are 3 children, so 10 threes are 30. So when we add the values like 50 plus 30, the answer is 80. So yes, it is our answer because it lies between the range like 70 and 90. So C, football is the correct option. Question number 15. JR used the number machine shown to create output numbers from input numbers. The number machine used the same rule each time to create the output number. If n is the input number, which expression could be the rule the machine used to create each output number? We know that number is reduced into either subtraction or division. If we choose subtraction, so 18 minus 15 is equal to 3, but 24 minus 15 is not equal to 4, or 36 minus 15 is not equal to 6, and rule should be same in a function machine. So obviously it's not subtraction. We will go with division. 18 is reduced into 3. So 18 divided by what is equal to 3? It's 6, right? 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. Similarly, 4 is reduced into 4. So 24 divided by what is equal to 4? It's again 6. And in the third function machine as well, 36 divided by 6 is equal to 6. So it means the rule is divided by 6. So when we have n as input, n divided by 6 is equal to 3 will be our expression over here, which is option C. The following pictograph represents the number of fish each child has in the family's fish tank. If there is total of 30 fish in the tank, then how many fish does each fish symbol represent? Number of fish in the tank. So we can clearly see that there are some full fish and some half. Here, if we count the number of fish, there it's 7.5 and the total is 30. So we will divide 30 on 7.5. The answer is 4. We may verify our answer as well by counting the number of fish by using 4. Like 4 plus 2 6, 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 14, and then if we add all the numbers the answer is 30. So yes, each fishes can be represented by 4. So B is our answer over here. Question number 17. The table shows the rate of developing and printing films at a shop. Mehak sent 6 rolls of film for developing and printing. She paid rupees 71 altogether. How many photographs did she print? So the rate of developing per film is rupees 3. So she spent 71 rupees, out of which she directly spent 18 rupees on development of the film rolls, because there were 6 rolls and each was developed in rupees 3. So 6 threes are 18. Out of 71, if we subtract 18, the answer is 53. 53 rupees are left. Now we have to see that how many photographs can be printed in 53 rupees. We know that 25 paisas, 425 paisas make 1 rupee, right? So in 1 rupees, 4 pictures can be printed because, of course, 425 paisas make 1 rupee. So we are going to multiply our leftover money, which is 53, by 4. The answer will be 212. So B is our correct option. In a quiz, each student is required to answer 40 questions. 5 marks are given for every correct answer and 3 marks are deducted for every wrong answer. If Raj answered 35 questions correctly and Rahul answered 32 questions correctly, of all the attempted questions, what is the difference in the total marks obtained by them? So here total is 40. So if we talk about Raj, he did 35 questions correctly and 5 questions wrong. For correct answers, he got 5 marks each, so 35 fives are 175. And for wrong answers, he got 15 marks deducted. So 175 minus 15 is equal to 160. So he got 160 marks in total. Now let's discuss the performance of Rahul. Rahul answered 32 questions correctly, so and 8 questions wrong. So for correct answers, he got 160 points, like 32 multiplied by 5 is 160, and deduction of 3 marks for wrong answers, so 8 wrong answers multiplied by 3 and 24. So 24 marks were deducted from his total, which was 160. So the answer is 136. Now they ask you that what is the difference in the total marks obtained by them. So 160 minus 136 is equal to 24. Correct answer is 24. Option B. Question number 19. A school bus travels from Delhi to Palwal. There are 4 children, one teacher and one driver in the bus. Each child has 4 backpacks with him. There are 4 dogs sitting in each backpack and every dog has 4 puppies. What is the total number of eyes in the bus? So here, if we see that there are 6 people, out of which there are 4 children, and each child has 4 backpacks. It means there are 16 backpacks. Each backpack has 4 dogs. So 16 fours are 64. So there are 64 dogs. Each dog has 4 puppies. So 64 fours are 256 puppies are there. Now we have to add the numbers and then we will multiply the numbers by 2. 256 puppies plus 64 dogs plus 6 people. The total is 326. Obviously, we are not going to add backpacks here. So 326 multiply by 2 because each of them have 2 eyes. So multiply by 2, the answer is 652. Option D is the correct answer over here. Question number 20. Manoj folded the pattern shown in the figure along the dotted lines to form a cube. When folded, which letter will be on the opposite side of letter C? So when we will fold this net, E, B, F and D will be at the sides like walls of a cube and A will be at the top of C. So A is opposite of C. The answer is option C, A here. Question number 21. Amna and Arfa are playing a game called Guess My Number. Amna gave Arfa the following clues. The number has 4 digits, so we can see all the options have 4 digits. The 1000 digit is twice the number 100 digit. So we can see that in option A, the 1000 place, which is 4, is twice the 100's place. But in the rest of the options, there is no such number that falls into the criteria. So verify the other conditions as well. The ones digit is divisible by 5. All the options are the units place of all the options is divisible by 5. The sum of the digits is 13. So we have 3 numbers over here, A, C and D. Their total is, the sum of the digit is 13. But according to the second criteria, the 1000 digit is twice the 100's digit. Only A is the number which can be our answer here. So A is the correct option. Now question number 22. Which set of letters can be placed in the box? We have to follow the pattern between the two given sets of alphabets. Now let's see B, E, H and I, L. Question number 22. Which set of letters can be placed in the box? So here we will find the number of alphabets between each set of alphabets. Like there are 6 alphabets between B, E, H and I, L, O. From B to I, E to L and H to O, there are 6 alphabets. If we compare that how many alphabets are between ILO and ADG, there are 8 alphabets, like from I to A, L to D, and O to G, there are 8 alphabets. Now we will compare A, D, G and our first option L, O, I. If we see from A to L, there are 10 alphabets. D to O, there are 10 alphabets. G to I, there is one alphabet. I'm talking about between. So it means we are not going to count A and L. We will just count the number of alphabets in between. So obviously A is not our correct option. So we will see the B option over here. From A to G and N, Q, T. From A to N, there are 12 alphabets. D to Q, 12 alphabets. And G to T, there are 12 alphabets. So B is our correct option over here. You may verify option C and D as well, but B is the correct option because it has equal number of alphabets between the given alphabets. Question number 23. Alia has 1 week to read a book for school. She knows that she can read about 20 pages per day. She wants to determine how much time should spend reading each day. What additional information does Alia need? A part is the number of chapters in the book. Of course, she doesn't need to know that. The number of pages in the first chapter, the date the book was published, unnecessary information, the number of pages in a book. Because she is making a calculation that how many pages she has to read. So she should have the basic knowledge about how many pages are in the book. So option D is the correct option over here. Now, question number 24, which is the missing time? If you see from 11 to 12:30, there is a difference of 1.5 hour. From 12:30 to 2 o'clock, again the difference is of 1.5 hour. And similarly, in the fourth clock, between third and fourth clock, again there is a difference of 1.5 hour. So you can guess the time of our next clock as well. Like if we take jump of 1.5 hour from 3:30, the answer will be 5 o'clock. So option A is the correct option over here. Question number 25. Where is the train station? So here we can, first of all, we can identify the picture of the train station. It's over here. So now we have to find the position of this train station. We will start from our x-axis. On x-axis, it's at 1. If this is the picture, if we go towards the x-axis, it's 1, comma, and when we go towards our vertical side, which is y-axis, so it is at 4. So D is our correct option over here, which is 1, comma 4. Question number 26. 40 is subtracted from 60% of a number. The result is 50. Find the number. So first of all, we are going to take inverse of subtraction, which is addition. So we will add this 40 into 50. The number is 90 here. Now we have to see that 90 is 60% of what number? Here you may introduce question mark, any variable x, y, z at the place of question mark. You may do mental calculations here or otherwise solve it by using long method. Let's open the percentage over, which is 60 by 100 multiply by which number, which is equal, that is equal to 90. So here 0 is cancelled with 0, and if we see, if we multiply it by 150, the answer will be 90. Like 6 15s are 90, and there was a 0 with them, so that's why I have written a 0 over here as well, which is balanced. So 90 is 60% of 150. Otherwise, you may use this equation to find out the answer as well. 60 by 100. 100 is in division here. It will be moved to the other side of the equal. It will be 90 multiplied by 100, and 60 was multiplied by the number. So 60 will be in division on the other side of the equal. So here if you solve it, still the answer is 150. So A is our correct option. Question number 27. Stuart's watch loses 2 minutes every hour. Adam's watch gains 1 minute every hour. They both set their watches from the radio at 6 a.m. Then start their journeys to the airport. When they arrive at the same time, their watches are 10 minutes apart. At what time, the real time, did they arrive at the airport? So Stuart's watch loses 2 minutes and Adam's watch gains 1 minute. So it means there is a difference of 3 minutes. So out of 10, In each hour, 3 minutes are gone. So it means in 3 hours, 9 minutes will be gone, and in next 20 minutes, one more minute will be gone. So in this way, 10 minutes are there is a difference of 10 minutes between the watches. So if we add 3 hours and 20 minutes into our original time, which is 6 o'clock, the time when they arrived at the airport will be 9:20 a.m. So option B is the correct option. Question number 28. On a digital 24-hour clock at a certain times, all the digits are consecutive in counting order. You can count forwards and backwards. For example, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3. How many times like this are there between midnight to 7 o'clock? Midnight, which starts from 0000 in a 24-hour clock, and 7 till 7 o'clock. So the first set of number is 0012. Like 012, the numbers are consecutive. Then 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. We can't take 5, 6, 7 because obviously 67 doesn't exist in a clock, because 1 minute or 1 hour has 60 seconds or 60 minutes. So that's why we will move backward now. It's 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 0. So in this way, we found 10 set of numbers which are falling to the criteria. In question number 29, in the forest there is a deca tree. Deca means 10. A deca tree has 10 trunks, and on each trunk there are 10 branches, and on each branch there are 10 twigs, and on each twig there are 10 leaves. One day a woodcutter came along and cut down one trunk from the tree. Then he cut off one branch from another trunk of the tree. Then he cut off one twig from another branch. Finally, he pulled one leaf from another twig. How many leaves were left on the tree then? So, first of all, we'll see there are 10 trunks, multiply by 10 branches, multiply by 10 twigs, and then multiply by 10 leaves. So, there are 10,000 things on the tree, including trunk, branches, twigs, and leaves. When the woodcutter came and cut down one trunk from the tree, so one trunk has 10 branches multiplied by 10 twigs and then 10 leaves. So 1000. So basically, when the woodcutter cut that one trunk, so he cut 1000 objects, including branches, twigs, and leaves from the tree. So then, according to the next criteria, then he cut off one branch from another trunk. So one branch has 10 twigs multiplied by 10 leaves, because one twig has 10 leaves, so 10 twigs will have, each will have 10 leaves. So the answer is 100. Then he cut one twig which had 10 leaves. And at the end, he just pulled one leaf out of the, one twig. So if we total all the values, 1000 plus 100 plus 10, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1111. So these are the objects which were cut down from the tree. So we will minus it out of our total. 10,000 minus 100, 1111. The answer is 8,889, which is option D over here. Question number 30. Use the calendar to answer this question. John cleans his book Almira every third day and his brother's Almira every fifth day. If this pattern continues, how many times during the month of July will he clean both Almiras on the same day? So we can mark it on the calendar as well, but I am going to write the multiples at the side so there is no clash or no confusion. So he cleans his book Almira on every third day. So we can write all the multiples of 3 till 30 or 31, means we should not exceed 31 basically. So here from 3 to 30, I have written all the multiples, and he cleans the Almira of his brother on every fifth day. So we will write the multiples of 5 till 30. So here we will find the common multiples or common numbers, common dates where he will clean up his and his brother's Almira at same day, which is 15, which is a multiple of 5 as well, and 30. So here option B is the correct option here, because there will be two dates when he will have to clean the almirahs on same time. So don't forget to subscribe.